Alright people, welcome back. Now, remember me tell you say, once you have plan to do the maths in January or June, you have to practice and study every single day. You hear me? Some of you are big somebody. I don't know their work because I done school from before. Some of you are people picnic still in a school. All you do, make sure. So when school done, when I'm case and go on the yard, you can go shower, go wash off on the kin and get big yam. But when you're done, make sure you have a time set to do your maths. If you do at least one question in the maths. But anyway, what we're going to do in this video here is talk about square, square root, cube, and cube root. You know, see it? Now, when we talk about the square first, now you're supposed to know what the square look like already. Especially once you pass grade 10. The square look like a one box that 4 corner 90-degree right angle in each corner. All of the side them are the same length. You see it? Now, suppose example. Suppose you say this side a tree, whether 3 feet, 3 inches, 3 meter, whatever, long, and this a tree high. That means you cut this here, so you cut this here, so 1, 2, 3, you see it? But let me draw the line right down. I want a straight line, you know, so let me use this. Cut here, so, and cut here, so. Good. And then this a 3. So you have 1. So what happened? You have 1, 2, 3 long. Alright? So 3 by 3, you see it? So 1, 2, 3 unit long. 1, 2, 3 unit high. Now, the thing is, what you're going to say is that this measure 3 by 3. 3 multiplied by 3. So 1, 1, 1 each. 1, 1, 1 each. We are talking about the length of each of the box them. How much of them you have? 3 times 3 are 9. So, in terms of this now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 small boxes in it. You see it? Now, when you say 3 multiply by 3, you can write it like this. 3, and you have a little 2, superscript 2. It means so you have 2, 3 and they multiply one another. So, you call this 3. I say 3 squared. So when you say 3 square, it's like you have this box here. The side measure 3 and 3. The side measure 3 and 3. And how many of the small box them you have in it? What measure 1 each? 9 of them. 3 times 3 are 9. If a 4, 4 squared. A 4 by 4. And that gives you 16. You see that? 5 squared. Now, but I write the square again. Just write it like that. 5 squared, a 5 times 5. That gives you 25. Right? If you have 5 multiplied by 5. So you see all of that. Right? So, when you say you square a number, It means you have the number and you have two of them, one beside the next one, and you multiply the two of them and see what you get. So remember, 3 by 3. When you square 3 by 3, like you have 3 sitting here, so 1, 2, 3. That's a 3. One bungle of 3. Then you must have 3 bungle of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You see, a 3 this alone a 3. But when you multiply 3 by 3, you say a 3 at this 3. So you have 1, 2, 3 at the 3. So you have all of them. So how much? You have 3 trees. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So 3 times 3 give you 9. You see that? So that's how you go. Now, the same thing happens with the 4. If you have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see now. Say that a 4. A mango season, you know. 4 mango. But a 4 square you want. 4 times 4. That means you have 4. And you must have 4 of that. So you have 4 of this bungle. You have 4 bag of mango. Now you have 4 mango in a one bag. My God. What you talk say? You have 4 mango in a one bag. And you want 4 bag of it. 4, 4. So you have 4. Then you have 4. Then you have 4. How much mango you have? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16 mango. So 4 times 4 is 16. You see? So, when you have a number and it's square, call it n. No business with what n be. It can't be any number. It's square. You could write out the squared if you want, but I write it like this. When you square this, it means n multiplied by n. That it means. You see that? Alright. So, we see sitting here now. We see same thing here now. Now, the next thing you want to talk about a square root. So, we done argue about the square already. The square root. One name square root. Let me write it down here so. I'm going to use all this so too, you know. But, let me type it. SQU. I know this apple I want. Alright, nice. SQ. But it's still in other equal. Alright. SQUA. Alright. AREROOT. Square root. You want square root. Now, the square root mean you go in the opposite direction. You square a number and you get the answer. The square root of the answer, you go back and get the number. You see? So, if you say the square root of n, what is square root of n? No. Alright. No, what is square root of n square, should I say? No, n. The square root of n square are what? The square root of n square are one number. When you have 2 of the number and multiply them together, you get n. You see? What is square root of 16? The square root of 16 is a certain number. When you put 2 of the number side by side and multiply them, you get 16. Which number that work with? Alright? So you see, the square root of 9 is a certain number. When you put 2 of the number them side of one another and multiply them, you get 9. Which number that? Well, you can see it on the screen. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 is 4. Square root of n square are n. Right? Square root of 4 are how much? 2. So here, the square root of 4. Now when you write the square root sign, so you write it. Just write the square root sign like that. The square root of 4. What is square root of 4 be? So it's like say you have one square and a 4 smaller square you have in it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. The square root of 4, right? At the side of the square, the length of the side of the square. Now you know, say, well, you probably know. So this 4 would have be the area of the big square. You have 4 small square. Measure 1. The side of them measure 1. But the big square are 4. 4. So the square must be 2 by 2. Now the 4 you talk about here, so at the area of the whole rectangle, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 small square make up the whole rectangle. The whole square maybe 4 square unit. You see? The square root would have been the side of the square. If you have a number, you're going to find the square root. The number at the area of the square and the square root at the side of the square. You see? Now, if we look at it another way, the square root of 4 is a certain number. The same number. It can't be 2 different numbers. You have to be the same number. You multiply them. Which number that work with? 1 by 1. 1 by 1 will give you 4. That can't work. 2 multiplied by 2. 4. So the square root of 4 must be 2. The square root of 4 are 2. Right? So basically, you come up back here so. You have n squared. The square root of n squared must be n. Right? So, if we had the square root of n squared equal n. N squared are the area of the square. N square mean the area of one square. N must be the length at the side. Let me rub out this for let me just spoil it up. The length of side and the length of the side of the square. You see? The length of the side of the square. The square root of the number. So the number itself at the area of the square, how much of the 1 by 1 square you have in this big square. And then the square root of that at the length of the side of the square. Now, of course, without you talk about the actual square, the shape, you can say the square root of one number, I want certain other number. When you have 2 of that number and multiply them, you get back the number where you find the square root of. So, the square root of 4 are 2, because 2 by 2 give you 4. Now we can try with the square root of 3. Now, with the square root of 9, the square root of 9 are 3. Because 3 by 3 give you 9. Right? Because 3 by 3 give you 9. I can see it up here so too. The area of the square. That means how much of the 1 by 1 square you have in it? 9 of them. So the length of the side would have be the square root. the length of the side would that be the square root. You see? So that's how you go. Now, the next thing we fit talk about, let me hold on there, let me tick off my name here. Wait, how I go on so. Sure. Let me tick off the square root business here because we talked about it already. What about the cube now? The cube. Well, no. The cube. Let me rub off the cube. By the way, idea come to mind. How about we talk about the cube in our next video? Alright, make we do that. We're going to talk about the cube in a different video.